You're gonna love this video today. I've got the Manscaped Plow 2.0 versus the Titleist Velocity 1 razor. This one's a $1,000 razor, and this one's a $35 razor. So is there a difference? Well, we're gonna find out. Also in this video, I'm gonna be going over Persona blades, which the Comfort Coats versus the AccuForge. And is there a difference? And what is the difference? And I also am working with 2 weeks of growth. So a lot of growth to put these razors up to see if they can't shave right through it. But I am gonna be using the new AccuForge blade. Can't wait to give it a test drive in both of these razors on this much growth. This is what the Persona Comfort Coats come in, and this is AccuForge. Comfort coated blades by Persona are not AccuForge. These are medium aggressive razor blades, and these are aggressive razor blades. Now I bought these from Matt over at Razor Emporium. I bought 250 of them, and I only paid 28 cents a piece. Depending on how many you buy, you could pay up to, I think it was 70 cents per blade, or $1 per blade. But I don't know if you've noticed, feather blades have gone through the roof. I refuse to pay over 50 cents or 50 cents for a blade for a feather blade, which I think is crazy. Great thing I still have 100 or so left. But the AccuForge blades come in this box form here. Comfort Coat, AccuForge. Now AccuForge is the old Lab Blues that everyone called them. Now it was wet shavers saying that. That's not what the manufacturer called them. These are not Lab Blues. Lab Blues, if you have the older model, they come in a blue wrapper, which now come in this black wrapper. AccuTech has owned Persona since 2015. Now they're rebranding Persona blades as AccuForge, and they have a couple other ones out as well. So they're gonna make that switch. But these are not Lab Blues, Comfort Coats, Ixnay. These are medium aggressive razors. The old Lab Blues are a aggressive razor like a feather blade or a Kai blade. They're in that segment of high aggressive razor blades. Working with this much growth, I am going to be using a pre-shave gel. I've had great luck with this from Goodfella Smiles. You can buy this at Super Safety Razors, and I'll put all these links below. But to use that gel, it says to wet your hand, wet your beard, all right, and then take, now that's plenty, a dollop of it, rub it on your skin or your facial hair, wherever you're going to shave. All right. Nice thing is that stuff just rinses right off. Another product by Goodfella Smiles is the Amber Fougere. Good stuff. Like it. It's got a great scent to it as well. And I'm going to go in with one of my all-time favorite knots for the money. You can't beat it. The Simpson T3 synthetic knot. Just go down in some water. I like to rinse it out. Go in here and grab some soap. Stuff is so easy to load for a face lather. I like to just paint it on my face first. Okay, that's good. Now I take the tips of it, about 1/8 of an inch, down in the water, and then break the backbone of the brush and start creating a lather. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, why don't you just take some trimmers, right, and take this down and shave your face? Well, I could do that, but I want to really push these safety razors and see if they can't get through all this growth. There's a ton here. Wow, that stuff is so good. See how that stuff just pops? Absolutely Awesome. All right, so let me pull out. I've got one blade pulled out. Let me pull out another blade here because I have two razors. Okay. The cool thing is with Persona razor blades or AccuForge, they don't have any goo on them. So this is the Manscaped plow. It is a 3-piece razor. Grab one of my blades here. These AccuForge are so cool. They are made in the United States, in Virginia. Now there is no writing on there. So just take your 3-piece, put the blade on, put the base plate on, and then the handle. So simple. Okay. This razor right here weighs 98 grams, so it has some heft to it. And if you can see the knurling on it, it's got a nice knurling on it. Really nice. So that one's loaded. Now to the $1,000 Titleist Velocity 1. This razor, I have never seen a razor with this kind of finish on it. This is such a beautiful looking razor. And for $1,000, it better look good. A lot of people have stated in the video I did on this, it should shave your face itself for $1,000. But again, it's another 3-piece razor. Grab another AccuForge blade, which are the old Lab Blues. This is made in Switzerland. Man, what a great, this is such a great looking razor too. Now the knurling on this, it's smoother than the one on the Manscaped plow. It's definitely smoother. I'm going to grab my brush here, and I'm just going to put a little bit more water on my face just to hydrate it, and we'll get right into the shave. Now, if you're just getting into one of these safety razors, I think the Manscaped plow is a great way to go, just because it's so inexpensive, and this month alone, they sold 1,000 of those razors. It's a good seller, and it's a good seller for a reason. All right, so we've got so much. You can see the peaks coming off of that. Really good lather there. A lot of people skip this step, and you really shouldn't. Take your time. So I do have I think it's an ingrown hair or a zit right here. So I got to be careful when I'm shaving, and I'm going to go in with the Titleist Velocity 1 first. Now, there's a lot of hair, so I'm going to have to flip this more often. But again, super smooth, went right through that, no problem. Let me just go over to this side and take the Manscaped plow, make sure I'm not overextending this razor. Nope, it's got no problem. It can go through it as well. Now, generally when I still can't find that spot. All right, let me go. That was a lot of growth to go through down there. All right. Cleans out very well. Very well designed, weighted razor. Didn't have to put any pressure on my face to shave with it. It is just that good of a razor. High remarks on this razor. One of the best shaving razors I've ever used. But on the flip side of that, for the cheapest razor out there, this thing shaves really good. Super good. Wow, such a great razor. I gotta say, the Manscaped plow, this could be driver error, but it removed more on my lower neck on the first pass. But I have to always do 2 passes. Could be driver error, but just something I wanted to point out. You know you're using a good soap when you go in for your second pass. Your face still is slick, and the soap just pops again automatically. That is just so awesome. Don't have to do a whole lot, but I do like taking the excess soap out, putting it down on my face. Okay. Manscaped Plow 2.0. So good. No blade chatter. Just for the money, you can't beat it. And again, like I said, this is the #1 selling safety razor on Amazon. You can't beat it. Titleist. You can only buy this one through the manufacturer. We'll do a little backhand here. Really smooth. All right, let's give that a rinse. All right, so I'm going to go in with an Alum Block. Now, there is a market for both of these razors. There really is, because some people want the absolute most expensive they can buy, and some people just want a budget razor that shaves very well, and that's what this review is all about. So I'm going to take my Alum Block here. This is the tell-all. Slight tingle underneath this cheek or chin. Slight there too. Nothing up top by either. A little bit below by the Titleist Velocity 1, but nothing for the Manscaped. Yeah, a little bit right through here compared to the other side. Now, if you haven't used a Alum Block and you have sensitive skin, you need to go buy one. This will help protect against if you get a nick or a weeper. It's going to close those up for you and seal them up. I've been using one since I started. It's just a great product to use, and it's all natural. It's an actual stone. So put that away, and you want to rinse that stuff off your face with some cold water. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to go in with Thayer's again. If you skip any of these last stages, do not skip this stage. This stuff right here is awesome. And everybody always asks, what scent do I have? It's original. I think it's cucumber. But this stuff right here is so refreshing. It goes on your face so wet. I use this every day. I put it on my head every single day when I get out of the shower. It does help with inflammation. So if you got, like puffy eyes, like I always do in the morning, it'll help, reduce those as well. Oh, and it's so refreshing, so wet. I'm going to use Nivea. This is one of my all-time favorites and one of the channel favorites as well. Just put a little bit on your hand here like so. Need more of it on my head because it's winter. But this stuff's really good in spring, but I'm going to use it today as well. All right. Going over that shave. Well, I gotta say, there is a market for the Velocity 1, the Titleist, and the Manscaped Plow 2.0. Big opportunity for each company. It has its own market for each. This is for the person that, collects razors or wants, the best of the best. I've never seen a razor with this type of finish on it, ever. This razor right here is designed in San Diego, and it's manufactured in China. It's zinc alloyed pot metal, which this one's, stainless steel. And, this is just a China designed razor that, Manscaped has put their name on. But two really good razors here, regardless. But there you go. Most expensive shave to least. What's the difference? Well, same results. Like I said on the first pass, the Titleist right here, the Titleist struggled down here on its up pass, but it was definitely a smoother shave. The Manscaped did its job. It was less irritating under, on my lower neck here, and it cleared everything. And in my mind, you could start out with this razor if you wanted to. Now, the big key to this whole shave was the AccuForge blades. These blades made a huge difference. Remember, this is on the sharp end of double-edged safety razor blades. And I gotta say, no problem going through 2 weeks of growth on my face. So, my conclusion is, which one should you buy? Well, for the money, hello, Manscaped Plow. There's a reason why they sell so many of these on Amazon, and there's a reason why they only sell a limited run of these. But two fantastic razors. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys down the road.